Uncle Mark here again. Thanks for joining us. I was working on I've got an electric bike, an old one, and it's got some bearings in the motor, and it's like the thing's making a little bit of noise. So I thought, well, let's take it apart and maybe lube the bearings if that's what it's got. It does have some bearings, but some of them are lubable, some of them have this metal around. Well, I'll show you in a picture here. So the question is, I bought a new bearing. I'm going to put that one in, but I want to open it up to see, is there any grease in the new one? So I've got this new bearing. This is what it is. Didn't cost me too much. That's the old bearing. This is the new bearing. This one has a plastic dust cover. This has got some kind of metal thing that I can't get apart. Move that around and move the camera on. Let's hear what it sounds like, the old one. I've got this bearing. Listen to this. So I've got another bearing, because this one, it's got this metal, I can't take this bearing apart. Whereas this one, well, I won't even spin. It's quiet anyway. What do we have in there for grease? Should we take a look? I hope I don't hurt myself trying to take this baby out of here. Imagine there's something in there because it doesn't spin freely yet. Brr. There we go. There's something in there. I think we're going to put some grease in there. I know somebody's going to ask what I'm going to grease it with, so I just got your normal grease gun, right? With a hose. Always nice to have the hose because it's flexible. And then I've got a grease gun needle. So it just goes in here. Seems to feel that off there a little bit. Just don't get poked by it. Whoops. Yeah. Then when you squeeze this, grease comes out. Isn't that nice? You can poke wherever you want to poke it. Works super slick. Good for all sorts of stuff. You can, I've done ball joints, just poke the bag a little bit and get some grease in there. Other things, tie rod ends, anything with stabilizer links, anything that you can get grease in. Anyway, let's see if we can get some in that. In the bearing, the new bearing. Anyway, now there's grease in there, look at that. Take my little needle and spin it around a little bit to get it. This will be spinning pretty fast anyway later on. But it shows you there was nothing in there really. There was something, but not enough. That'll probably outlast the thing it's going into. Got an electric bicycle and it's part of the motor, electric motor, so. That'll be good. There you go. Now, this has some kind of, I don't know if you can see them. You probably can around here. There's these little divots or whatever. I don't know if that'll come out. We're hoping maybe. Let's just zoom back out. Oh, zoom back in. There somewhere. Now where's my little pick? So let me just grab my little pick since it's already bent. Will it go in there? You wish. We're talking about this at coffee, how, oh my, is that ever bad? Oh, there you go. Well, that's how that comes out. I thought it was a lot thicker than that. There you go. So we could probably loop this guy up too. Hear it? Let's lube her up, put her back together, I guess. I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna reuse this, so I'm just gonna stick that in there. Is that for gooey? Wipe it off. Give her a couple spins. Well, let's grease around. Nice and quiet now. Hard part's going to be putting this piece back on since I've damaged it so much. I'm going to try and flatten it first. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. This must be pretty, I thought it was a lot thicker. Pretty thin stuff. I don't know how I'm going to get that. So you hurt yourself. I figure this is really small. Like if you saw things the size of a dime or something. Well, it's pretty mangled. I can't see how we'll get it back in there. Must be machined somehow, or maybe it just snaps in. Of course, we saw how easy it was to damage it, so I don't know how I'm going to snap it without damaging it. I guess I could put it back in the vise. I don't think it'll fall out. Oop, sorry guys. The thing I'd be worried about is if this whole thing's gonna spin that this is gonna gouge the face, and sure feels like it probably is. Well, so all I can say with that is if you have one of these, maybe you should just buy a new one. And unless there's a special way to get that out, but like I say, that's pretty thin stuff. I thought it was really thick, but it bends so easy that I had a new bearing. So I guess the answer is there's not much grease in there if there's anything. So if you can get in there, maybe if you put a new bearing in, why not put a little bit of some kind of lube in there. I'm just using like normal axle grease, bearing grease, whatever it is. What's that going to cost you? Nothing. It's easy to swap over. And if you have one of those metal ones, I don't suggest you try and lube that up unless you can get that snap ring or that dust cover, guess what it is, back on it without damaging it. And I was pretty gentle with it. And it's hard to tell when I'm, magnified on the camera there, but I was gentle, or as gentle as I could be, and I bent it, and I think it would just start chewing away at the metal there eventually, and maybe cause a little bit of metal into the bearings, and you don't want something to season up. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
It goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. Be careful. Do whatever you can to protect yourself. You can also subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And if you're a new subscriber, you have to ring the bell too. It's a little bell there so that you don't miss any of the latest episodes. It's easy to do.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell.